Hey guys, it's Bailey. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be starting a brand new build series on my channel, kind of like my alphabet build series. Just a disclaimer, I got this idea from Griffy, so I will definitely link her channel down below if you'd like to check her out. I also saw a couple suggestions in the comments for this idea as well, so thank you guys so much for that. So basically, the idea of this series is going to be building houses inspired by each of the 50 United States. I'm really excited to see how this goes and what I can come up with. While I am doing my best to research all of my builds for these states, I do want you guys to keep in mind that some of the houses may not be the typical style for where you guys live, but I will definitely try my best. I also thought it would be fun if I gave you guys some fun facts for the state that I'm doing each video. So, for the first state, I'm going to be doing Texas. Texas is the state that I'm from, so I figured it's probably the best one for me personally to start with because I know basic home styles. In researching for this build, I noticed that ranch style or hill country style homes were the most common. For those of you who don't know, hill country architecture is influenced by Germanic architecture and can be defined by the use of natural materials like limestone, wood, and metal. Most hill country style homes can be seen in areas such as Dallas, San Antonio, Austin, Houston, big cities like that. On the other hand, ranch style homes feature large windows and sliding glass doors, low pitched roof lines with wide eaves, and are generally single story. While these two styles definitely have some differences, both hill country and ranch homes tend to have a very open floor plan. I think for this house, I really tried to combine these two styles to make a cohesive and recognizable Texas home. As you guys can see, we're working on the exterior of the home right now. So for this, I used some stone walls from the Horse Ranch expansion pack, sort of to represent that limestone that is common for the hill country style, and then I also used some white wooden siding for the Growing Together expansion pack, to kind of represent that ranch house style as well. Additionally, I accented the white in the stone and siding with darker colored windows and columns. Because with the hill country architecture, you tend to see a lot of darker woods that contrast the lighter limestone and also tend to give the home a warm and cozy feeling. For the exterior landscaping, I tried to keep things kind of simple and basic. From what I've noticed, a lot of homes don't have very much landscaping, unless it's a few bushes and maybe a couple trees. I do apologize about how little landscaping there is. I'm not the greatest with landscaping in general, but I did the best that I could. I'm honestly really proud of how the exterior turns out, and I think it would be pretty easily recognized as a Texas home. Definitely let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Um, for the interior, I used dark wood flooring and tried to bring in a lot of darker accents. I painted most of the walls white because I feel like a common thing, especially in recent years, is having just plain white walls and bringing in color accents in other places such as, furniture and paintings. Now, for interior furnishings, I did have a little trouble deciding on furniture styles. I mean, for the bedrooms, I tried to kind of stick to that ranch style furniture that we got from the Horse Ranch expansion pack. But for the living space and kitchen, I gravitated more towards white kitchen cabinets and white sofas. I used the kitchen counters and upper cabinets from Parenthood because I feel like a lot of Texas homes uh, like the idea of using granite. I don't know why. Maybe that's just where I'm from. Um, I'm also really proud of myself for adding in a little pantry area where some other little appliances are kept, such as like a microwave, a coffee maker, and other such items, just a little bit of clutter. Um, and this house is actually 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms total. I think I cut out the bathrooms for this build just because I made them very simple. But I tried to make the parents' bedroom that typical style that most people would think of when it comes to a farmer or like a rancher. Then with the little kid's bedroom, I put some of the decals up from Werewolves that include the animals and gave the child the little barn doll house from Horse Ranch. I don't really know why, I just had a feeling that this family would be big animal people, and the young child especially. Um, I don't know. I just feel like that's a lot of what you find in Texas is a lot of animal people. And then finally, for the teenager's bedroom, I definitely tried to make it a little more grown up, but I also added in a gaming computer setup that we got with high school years. I felt like the teenager would be pretty big on gaming, and I figured it might be a fun hobby to include. Technically, this house could be 4 bedrooms if you wanted it to be, since there is an office. The office space has lots of bookshelves, of course, and it also has a cute little reading chair behind the desk. For the bookshelves and the chair, I used the Book Nook kit because that's one of my new favorite kits. But the desk and paintings that are in there, and I think a lot of the decorations are from Horse Ranch. Um, and then I also included a laundry nook in this house. I don't normally do that in a lot of my houses just because I feel like in gameplay, laundry isn't the most desirable thing. But I thought it would be fun, and I feel like it's a very realistic thing. Um, Now for some basic facts about Texas. So to start, the state capital of Texas is Austin. I'm sure a lot of you guys know that. And Texas is also known as the Lone Star State. Speaking of Austin, the motto for the capital is Keep Austin Weird, and it's used by the Austin Independent Business Alliance to promote small businesses. The Texas state bird is the mockingbird, and the state flower is the bluebonnet. Texas is also the second largest state in the United States, other than Alaska, of course. Texas measures 268,596 square miles. Now, I don't know how many of you guys have heard of Six Flags Amusement Park, but there's actually an interesting meaning behind the name. There are actually 6 flags that have had control over Texas up to present day. These would be Spain, France, Mexico, the Republic of Texas, the Confederate States, and of course the United States. Speaking of interesting attractions in Texas, the state is home to the world's largest convenience store called Buc-ee's. The Buc-ee's in New Braunfels, Texas is 66,335 square feet. Buc-ee's has all kinds of things inside, from wonderful foods and snacks to t-shirts, hats, and much, much more. Another fun attraction in Texas is actually a ranch near Amarillo that sprouts vintage Cadillacs. It's called Cadillac Ranch, and here 10 vehicles are planted nose down in the soil with their trademark fins sticking out to collect sun and get intrigued looks from passersby. There's also a replica of the Eiffel Tower in Paris, Texas that wears a giant red cowboy hat. Oh, and another fun event can be witnessed from the sidewalks of East Exchange Avenue in downtown Fort Worth. Every day at 11:30 a.m. and 4 p.m., 17 Texas Longhorns are herded through the downtown streets. Each of them represent a decade from the city's past. Now, for some people, you guys may or may not know, there are 2 presidents that were born in Texas. Dwight D. Eisenhower was born in Denison, Texas, and Lyndon B. Johnson was born in Stonewall, Texas. More common people you may know. Some celebrities include Selena Gomez, who was born in Grand Prairie, Beyonce, who was born in Houston, Travis Scott, also born in Houston, and Selena, aka the Queen of Tejano Music, who was born in Lake Jackson. Additionally, I don't know how many of you guys like Dr. Pepper, but I'm a big Dr. Pepper fan. Charles Alderton invented Dr. Pepper in Waco, Texas in 1885. Also, I'm sure you guys remember Bugs Bunny, right? Remember his catchphrase, "What's up, Doc?" Well, that actually came from North Texan slang, since his creator, Tex Avery, went to high school in Dallas, where the term doc was basically used in the same way that dude might be used today. Now I want to talk about some of the weird laws that Texas has. First, there are some cities in Texas where it's illegal to go barefoot without a permit. In order to comply with sanitation and appearance laws, citizens must buy a permit for $5. They are then free to go barefoot wherever they'd like. Next, apparently it's against the law to shoot a buffalo from the second floor of a hotel. So sorry if you ever wanted to go to a Best Western and shoot a buffalo. Well, this may It may have made sense in older times when buffalo were freely roaming, but I wouldn't think there are many cities that have that issue today. Another weird one is that it's against the law to use a feather duster to dust any Texas public building. Texas also outlawed owning the Encyclopedia Britannica set because one volume contains the recipe for making beers, and lawmakers don't really want any home breweries, of course. The final weird law that I have is that those planning to commit a crime in Texas are required by law to provide their victim with at least 24 hours written or verbal notice before doing so. Apparently this was intended to decrease crime levels, but I don't know how well that actually worked. Yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. I had a lot of fun with this build, and I personally think it looks a lot like something you'd find in Texas. I really hope you guys enjoyed this build as well, and please leave me some suggestions in the comments for the next state builds you'd like to see. Also, I would really appreciate it if you guys could leave a like on this video, and please subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye!